Hello, everyone. My name is Kenda. I am your host, and this is my show, Minding My Own Podcast. I have a very special guest today. You guys ready? Drum roll. Shamika is here. Hi, Shamika. I got a clap for you, girl.
I finally made it, right?
Yes.
We've been plotting since last year.
Yes. I'm so happy that you are here today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. You are welcome on the show anytime, girl. You are just this big ball of energy that's contagious, and I just love it. I love it.
Thank you.
You're
My
welcome.
pleasure.
Yes. So today I really wanted to have this moment with you because you're just like this contagious, loving, hilarious, intelligent Black woman in the
Thank
community.
you.
Everybody pretty much knows who you are. Online, you are funny as hell, but you are also motivating.
Thank you.
Girl, you're welcome. Thank you.
I'm a vibe.
Thank you.
I'm
You
a
are.
vibe.
You are a vibe.
But you are too.
Thank you. I cannot take away from that at all because at the end of the day, I feel like there's not enough of that unity between Black women.
Yes.
Even Black women in two different industries, markets, and then people who are in the same industry and market. I feel like people struggle with just connecting and upholding those connections for the long term.
Absolutely.
So I think it's dope that I participated in the lip sync challenge. What was that? When did we do that?
Was that last year?
Dang, was that last year? Last year. Yeah. Jesus. That went fast.
So much fun.
It was very fun. You had me dying the entire fucking time.
That was my only job.
That shit was so fun. It was so fun. I ain't gonna lie. I was nervous as shit. I couldn't believe I even went up on that stage.
And you did a good job. You killed it.
Thank you. I thought they was gonna boo my ass. But that was for inner circle.
Yep.
Inner circle. Shout out to BJ
and Ron.
And it's their sister's birthday today, right?
Yes.
Go ahead and give her a shout out for me.
Happy birthday, my girl.
Yes. So we're gonna make sure y'all see this episode.
Yeah.
But I want the audience to learn more about you because, girl, you are multi-talented. You're not just doing your comedy. You're also a police officer.
Yes.
The first police officer on my show.
Hopefully I'm the last one.
Girl,
no, I'm just kidding.
My dad was a police officer for District 7 right across the street when I grew up. That's
nice.
How I grew up. So I had a very strict dad. And when he stopped being a police officer, he had his own business.
Nice.
And that's kind of what they instilled in us, him, my mom, get your own shit. That was instilled in us, but also we took a lot of safety classes. I remember my dad putting us in karate and stuff like that. Like, it was very important for my parents that me and my siblings understood the value in having something you can call your own, but also protecting yourself.
Yep, because they see so much.
Yeah.
So it's like I want to educate my kids on whatever I can from what I'm learning. Just being a service provider in the community, you see Absolutely. So much. So I'm the same way.
Yeah.
You see my stat the other day. Like, I know it's hard living with a cop.
Girl,
he'll be all right. He'll thank you for it later.
My dad used to interrogate us, girl. When we would get in trouble, he'd be like, come sit down. And it's funny because he would put us all in different rooms, or he would have us come in one at a time so we could all tell our story. Like, when I tell you he was interrogating us, I'm not lying, but yeah, that's
I had to name Officer Anderson way before I made it to the force, okay?
Well, I think that's dope, though. I really do.
Yeah.
How is balancing that lifestyle, doing both?
Like, it can be very stressful because, as you can see, like I say what I want to say, and then sometimes I'll be like, maybe that wasn't a professional thing to say, but that's the hardest part about it is trying to balance my life out. But I let them know too, like, I couldn't be here if I couldn't be myself. And I
Yeah.
respect the fact that for the most part, they allow me to be myself. Like I can't just really go out and say what I want just being in the profession that I'm in, because how serious will people take you, you know?
Right.
But I be myself. Like I'm very transparent. The same way I am outside of work, I am at work, just in a professional manner. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
That's
And
just who you
people
are.
respect that about you.
Yeah. I'm gonna clap for that. I'm gonna clap for being who you are, being transparent, and being yourself.
Baby, whatever room I step in, I'm coming as me.
I know that's right. I know that's right. I love that. I love that. So, do you have anything up and coming for comedy?
I'm waiting on the dates to drop for the City Rose Challenge.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to that.
I know that's right.
And I ain't really been out. Yeah, I ain't really been out here like I normally do, because I really need to hit a stage. Like I got some stuff to say.
What you waiting for? I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you.
I typically wait on people to reach out to me, like, you want to be in the show, yada yada yada. I was supposed to do something a couple of weeks ago, but the month of March has been extremely hard to get off of work. So a lot of stuff I had to turn down, but
Okay.
April, May, June, summertime, y'all gonna see me back out here, strong and alive.
I love to hear that. I get it though. You like you got to take breaks.
Yep.
Sometimes you just got to take breaks, recollect, refocus, and opportunities will present themselves as they should.
Absolutely. And being new in the industry, like I'm the breadwinner, so I got to make sure my work and home is straight first and foremost.
Absolutely. And you have kids.
Yeah.
How many?
I got 3 kids, 2 girls and a boy.
Yeah. Do they find you funny?
Of course. They're a little funny themselves. And you know what? When my son was growing up, he was the kid that he'd put his hands on you for trying to rib him. Like he wasn't no roaster. Yeah. And I started roasting him about that all the time. Like you just can't rib, so you want to fight people. So now I done heard him with his friends. Like I'm glad he learned it. Like,
he got to learn, because that's not going anywhere. Like people love to roast, people love to rib, but I really think it's a way that we like overcome, you know, some of the difficulties and even some of the things that we don't necessarily love about ourselves. We might joke about, but it's also like a way for us to love ourselves.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like it's a really dynamic way that we communicate with that.
Yep. And I use it a lot of times. I use it like if I want to communicate some information to you without just coming off strong, because sometimes people don't be able to handle that. Like I said in a joking way, my point got across either way it goes. So it's how you take it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
it definitely worked in my advantage in every area. At work, at home, my kids know. Like, and my son, he finna be 18. Moment of silence for him turning 18.
My daughter's turning 21. My daughter's turning 21.
How you feel about you feel?
It feels freaking weird. Let me tell you something, okay? Let me tell you something.
When you bought them lips up.
I was standing in line at America's Best Wings the other day, and some girl called me ma'am. I turned around. Oh my God.
Ma'am.
I'm a ma'am now. Oh,
you auntie now. You got a 21-year-old.
Oh my God. And I'll be 40 soon. So yes, that was, she was like, are you waiting in line? And I was like, yeah. She's like, did you order yet? Ma'am. She said it hard. I was like, what? How dare she? But yeah, but whatever. Whatever, girl.
That's the age. I'm throwing a block party for my son. You hear me? The whole block gonna be taped off. It's a celebration.
Girl, throw that party. Okay, y'all. I'm sipping on this rum punch or whatever. It's really good. Girl.
I had some before.
This is really good. It reminds me of like the blue hurricane.
I don't remember which kind I had. It was a while ago.
Well, that's not important, y'all. Sorry. I had a little cough. It tried to go down the wrong pipe on me. But yes. So I think our kids are a really good reflection of us. Like you with comedy, how that resonates in your kids' personalities.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a feeling that they're probably also very protective of you and their siblings.
Yes.
And that comes from you being protective.
Yep.
Yeah. That's like embedded in you.
Yep. They don't play about each other at all. And they definitely don't play about me.
I love that. And that's how my kids are too. Like, I'm dating someone and he must have tried to roast me one day just trying to be playful. And my daughter said, my oldest daughter, my 21-year-old daughter, I'm gonna need you to stop talking about my mama.
It's time to need you for me.
Don't play that shit.
It's gonna get real in here real quick.
Girl, wait. Woo! They do not play about that. Are you single, honey?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so being single, having kids, like hoping that the kids like who we're dating, that shit can get really like, ugh.
It can.
So I've been dating my guy for 3 years, almost 3 years. As of July, it'd be 3 years. And like, it's like, oh, I'm asking them, do y'all like him in the beginning? And they're like, he's cool. He's cool. But then I asked them later, like, y'all like him or whatever. Well, sometimes, some of the things, I have to ask them though, because that's important to me that they like who I'm dating.
Right.
So I would like have those like powwow moments with the kids, and then I would have the same powwow moment with him and let him know like this is how they're feeling or this is how they perceive this conversation that we had. And having somebody around that understands that and is still like, okay, you know what, yes, I want the kids to like me too.
It's the most important thing. And honestly, that'd be the main thing that I look at when I'm dating anybody. Like, how do they feel about the type of relationship my children want to have with them? Like,
right.
Is that a priority to them? So it's definitely important. And that'd be the main thing. Like,
yeah.
Because my kids, they ain't like looking to not like somebody, but baby, they watch your every move.
I remember that movie. You remember Are We There Yet?
Yes.
They was torturing the shit out of dude.
They gonna test you and they gonna watch your every move.
Definitely. And they will have something to say and they won't be shy about it. And and that's how I raised them to be, to speak their heart, speak their mind.
Absolutely.
And if they feel like something is wrong, you should speak on it all the time.
Yep.
So really good topic that her and I are going to discuss today. But before we get to that, I want to ask you a couple more questions about how you got started, like in comedy. You said that you started off kind of roasting with other people, just having fun with it. But I feel like you do more than just roast. Like, I feel like there's a technique and you're like really, really skilled. Like, like you don't just come out and just be like boot wearing ass nigga or nothing. You know what I mean? Like, you be having the perfect comeback. Like, the clapback game is insane. Like, you got talent. Like, it takes talent. Like, girl. I'm dead ass.
Well, growing up here in Milwaukee, I think like you had to know. I went to Roosevelt Middle School, Garden Homes Elementary, Madison High School.
Yes.
Everybody that I grew up around, mainly, I don't know if people know this about me, but I had like 3 or 4 female friends that was from school, but all my closest friends were males growing up.
Okay.
So I was always around, like, everybody that know me from Madison, like the boys picked me up for school. Like, I was always the only female. I didn't have no choice but to know how to read.
Oh, so yeah, it was so you're a product of the environment.
Yes. And we used to ride the city bus home, Hampton, and they'd pick one person and be like, you just gotta roast them. And if I didn't, then they was all roasting me walking home. So
I really, really used to fear that shit. I ain't gonna lie. it was this girl in school, and I kind of want to say her name, but I don't because somebody might know her, and I haven't seen her in forever, but she might see this, so we're not gonna do that. But but I remember she was so mean. Like this girl was mean, and I think she was like mean though because like she was always like she was always the one that like somebody wanted to challenge her with a rib, but she did not fuck around with the ribs. Like she had that angry. She was ready. She was ready.
She wanted to fight.
Yes. I would never forget her. And I just felt like, oh my God, every time she used to try and pick on me. And I'm like, why me? Like, yes, I ain't quick on my toes with the ribs now. I ain't gonna lie. That ain't my talent. But and I'm a nice person, so I didn't want to say, you know, because it wasn't going to come out as a rib. It was going to come out as, oh, okay, you want to throw hands?
Right, my son. He just want to throw the hands. I don't want to rib.
Oh, God.
But you know what? I never was really like on the city bus. We did it to people that I didn't know.
Yeah.
In school, I really only roasted people that wanted to be roast. That was like always a part of our lunch table. Like,
yeah,
I didn't really just pick people that I didn't want to be no bully. So I ain't just pick people that didn't rib. Right. That was never my thing. But I just told my friend the other day, like, I be seeing people from high school and they just be like, don't want to talk to me. And I'm like, oh my God, maybe I need to start saying sorry to people because what did I say? Like,
you got in their ass.
I think I hurt some people, and that was never my intention. If they watching this, I just enjoy having fun. But the older I'm getting, I do be randomly seeing people who be like, don't want to say nothing to me, or they'll say hi, but it ain't nothing going from there. Like, I'm like, oh, whatever I did in high school, I am sorry.
That's so funny. But yes, you know, because I mean, kids they remember that type of stuff. But you know, it's funny though to think about.
But we used to have fun. The people that wanted to roast, like, I actually enjoy what people don't know about me. Like, I can get on stage and do stand up. I enjoy roasting. Like, it's a no brainer for me.
Yeah.
Stand up, I could do it.
I can feel that off you. Like, it's so organic, it's authentic.
Yep.
You could tell you ain't write that shit. You wasn't planning it. It just came right off the top of your fucking head. Literally. And it made fucking sense.
Yes.
It fit the fucking moment.
Every time
she landed it.
And shout out to the kids. They used to get on my city bus and thought I was the bus driver. They was gonna reel. They found out real fast. Tech and Bayview. They found out real fast.
Period. That's what they asses get. That's so funny.
But yeah, I enjoy roasting. Like, even when I'm having a bad day or I'm feeling bad, I call my cousins like, let's just have a roast session.
That's dope.
Because they ignorant just like me. I don't care what time of the day it is. I can call one right now. And he already gonna know what I'm calling.
And he gonna be ready.
He gonna pick up the phone.
That's good though. You get to practice.
Like what your boy head self want. He already knows.
Oh my God, girl, you be bad. You just be on top of that. And I look forward to seeing more of what you do. I support you wholeheartedly.
Thank you.
You left an impact on me. You left a great impression on me.
Thank you.
You're not like mean. Like when you rib, it's like it's people can feel it. Don't get me wrong. But you don't make people feel like they don't want to go home and wake up the next morning.
Right.
You know? I've seen some comedians do that. And I be scared to be sitting in the front. Like, don't get me.
Last time I tried to do that was, I think, New Year's last year. And I'm like, I vowed to never do that again because his wife was going to beat me up at the show. She was not playing, okay? I said her husband looked like Mr. Brown. And Mr. Brown was sitting there helpless, but wife wasn't going, okay?
Oh, my God. Because then she got to deal with the fact that that's her man.
Yeah.
That's why.
After the show, she apologized. She was like, but my grandkids call him that all the time. So. Mr.
Brown. Oh, my God.
I like the roast
Oh,
people that actually like the roast. I don't
yeah.
like the bully roast.
Yeah, yeah. I feel you. And I love that. I love
Thank
that.
you.
Kudos to you again.
Thank you.
So Shamika and I, we want to talk about something that's very important. And I felt like you were the perfect person to talk about this with. Living your life with intentions. What does it mean? You know, why do people need to live their lives with intention? I feel like people who have goals and have proven that the work works.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
they've proven that you can be successful if you actually lean into the actions that are required for success.
Absolutely. Like literally you can do whatever you literally put your mind to. I've watched myself do it.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm the type of person, fun fact about me, almost every single day I wake up, I make a to-do list. Like, and I thrive off of being able to scratch off what I got done. But I live my life like that too. Like I'm a vision board type of person. Like once I write it or I put a picture on the wall, like I'm gonna do everything I can to obtain it.
Yeah.
And once I accomplish the stuff that I've set in stone, I don't just stop there. So once I got there, then I'm going higher from there and higher from there. Like
I love it.
everything I do, like I have a purpose behind it. And I don't look at things as doing stuff because, oh, I'm trying to get rich. Like I enjoy doing what make me happy.
Mm-hmm. And I think that is great. That is fantastic. I also like to write lists, and I'm a calendar person. I like to color block and put things on my calendar for times and actually reserve time. So when somebody says to me, "Oh, can you do this on this day at this time?" Let me check my calendar.
Yep. Literally.
You know, let me check because I don't remember everything.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure that, you know, whatever it is that needs to be done, nothing gets missed, nothing falls through the cracks, but also that I'm making time for what needs my attention.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I did do a little bit of research, and I just wanted to kind of sum it up for the audience, but also you and I connect on this because I think, in my opinion, there is a lot of negativity in our community because people aren't living their day to day with intention.
Absolutely.
I feel like there's too many people who don't got shit to do.
Yeah.
And because they don't got shit to do, that actually serves a purpose that makes them feel valued, that makes them feel like they've made some type of change, you know, or that they did something that matters to them. They tend to put that negative energy out there or look at other people in a way like they don't deserve what they've achieved. They'll toss it up to something mediocre or minor. And use words like, "Oh, you only did this," or "It only took you this long," or, you know, they'll try to minimize that accomplishment or that success.
Yep.
Those attitudes, in my opinion, come from people who aren't living their life on purpose.
Absolutely. And it says to me, like, you have to be careful who you surround yourself by because
Absolutely.
we always like to live by the code. Don't forget where you came from. There's so much stuff I'll never forget where I came from. And there's some stuff that I've experienced where I want to forget it, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't want to be stuck in that mentality to where I'm taking people with me that don't want to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Kind of like forcing them to go, dragging them to go.
And then it turns to a jealousy thing. And I don't care what people look like on the outside, their actions will let them know. And now I done got to the point, like when I see that, I remove myself from it.
Yes.
Because I know exactly the plans that I have. And if your life and my life, if we ain't on the same page, what are we doing?
Exactly. I agree. I'm gonna clap for that.
Regardless. So that was like one of my biggest challenges overcoming. Growing up in the hood, like it was so many people who just felt like I owed them taking them where I was going.
Right. And I see that a lot though too. Like, and I know for a fact it's not just Milwaukee. Like I hate when people say that too, like Milwaukee in Milwaukee. No. These type of people are everywhere.
Yeah.
Y'all just only know Milwaukee and the population here. But there's a lot of people that aren't careful They aren't thinking about who they have around them. They're not considering the content that they're digesting daily, whether it's a video or, they're reading something, they're on social media, whatever the case it is. People are not actually considering what they've been paying attention to.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I was having a conversation with one of my friends this morning, and the topic was, which it'll be a whole different topic. A lot of people talk about how much they want black cops on the street.
Yeah.
And I get more backlash from my own people than I do anybody. And it's not me mistreating them. It's me holding people accountable.
Wow.
Just the fact I'm holding you accountable. I'm still nice with how I do things, but they don't want to be held accountable for anything. And
Right.
so I take that with my everyday life. Like the stuff that I learned at work, I literally use that everywhere I go.
Wow.
And it's a skill that even if I was to quit today, the stuff that they have taught me is going to be instilled with me for the rest of my life.
What would you say is one of your biggest pieces of advice right now, looking at you've come from both sides of the fence? Not only were you someone who grew up in that community where you were seeing, all these things happening, people having run-ins and, with the police, including like the media and things like that, to deciding that I need to be a part of the impact that shows change, that becomes more positive, that helps people. What advice would you give people who are struggling with that? Because I understand. My dad was a cop when I was coming up, so people used to like make fun of me, like, "Your daddy is the op."
I get what? 12, 5, 0. Right. I'll be telling people 50 minus 12 is 38. So I'm gonna start calling the rest 38. What up, 38?
But like you said, but that you see that?
Yes.
My daddy is the op. He's a black man, he's a police officer. You're saying that this is what you want on the streets, but then as soon as you get it, you don't treat them any better than you do the white cops. You don't. You don't respect the authority
at all.
And that's the reason why people don't want to do it. And it takes somebody that has a lot of strength, endurance, passion, all that.
A strong person. Yes. So just to anybody who inspired to be a police officer and they struggling with that, I just want to say, like, you have to know who you are wholeheartedly. Like, regardless of what people think of you, like, your integrity should be the most important thing to you as an individual. So if you know who you are, you know who you aren't.
Yeah.
And with that in place, like, that's always in my head with whatever decision I make for people. And I don't care about the color of your skin. Black people gonna get the same treatment as white folk, or whatever color whatever color you are. I'm gonna treat everybody the same.
Yeah, accordingly.
But like I said, it's always my people who feel like I'm supposed to cut some type of break. And it depends on what you did. We do cut breaks all the time. Like, I love that department. They're not just looking to slap whatever charge they can on people. They give people chances and opportunities all the time. So seeing things from both ends, we have to remember, like, these people got family that love them too.
Yeah.
These people ain't looking to hurt nobody. You don't know the trauma that comes from an officer having to pull their gun out, like they're going to have to kill people. Not saying that there's not out there. The ones that I'm around, I know, like, we have these conversations every day.
Right.
People doing this job scared. They doing this job, like, not knowing, we don't know what the day gonna bring. So take that into consideration. Like, this is a person that love all people, but they want to see their family at the end of the day.
Right. You wake up and you gotta kiss your kids
every day
before you leave, and you don't know what the fuck.
Yeah. You don't know
if it's gonna be a good day or if it's gonna be somebody trying to challenge you that day. You don't know if it's gonna be the first time you gotta do something.
Yeah.
Like, I can feel that. Like, that, honestly, that scares me.
It is. It's very scary. And like I said, people are so unpredictable because it's always the people that start out very nice that switch when they figure out you to learn who they is or what's going on. And unfortunately, I can say, being somewhere where it's a predominantly white community, it is a lot of African American out there. And unfortunately, I think a lot of my mistreatment come from Black women. Like black women who ain't doing no good out there. I just
Just
say like,
because you
yeah.
pulled them over, now they
Well,
about to, they already got it made up in their mind. They about to act the ass.
well, and I said they want more black cops, but they don't like the fact when we grew up in the hood, we can think like them, we could think to their level. Anything that's working against them and what their agenda is, they don't like that.
Yeah.
So whoever decides to do that, like you gotta be sure of who you are, and you gotta stand up like daily, like even just being a female cop too. Like you gotta stand on stuff daily. I play and joke all the time, but if I ever feel like I'm being disrespected, a conversation is most definitely gonna have.
Yeah.
I don't care what your rank is, what your position is, because baby, I'm gonna sell wherever I go. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yes, you got
So
to. You
you
got
just
to.
gotta walk in knowing, like, and people like real people. Don't come knowing you from the hood, knowing you from the projects. Not saying you're supposed to be ghetto, but don't change who you are to be anywhere, because they
Right.
know when you're being fake too. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
so
Absolutely. Let's clap for that.
period.
That's solid. That's solid. I love that.
Well, thank you.
Y'all pay attention to how y'all treating cops. You know, y'all pay attention to that. They risking their lives every day. She has nothing but good intentions. Let's go take it back to that, because good intentions when she wakes up every day is to help other people. She has made a life decision to do that, and others have too. So,
Yep.
you know, you can't expect to have protection and then treat the protection like they're not there for a purpose. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
I feel you on that. That's definitely something that needs to be talked about more in our community, on how the accountability side also heavily weighs in on us as a people, as a population,
Yep.
as a community. So
And just being around cops who, like, I'm so in tune with me. Like I could be in a room with you. I could tell when people not used to being around black people. I could tell people that grew up with a lot by the way that they treat me. I could tell by people who ain't comfortable. But one thing I can say, like, I love to see them out there where I'm at when they're very interested in learning new things about us. You know, that's telling me like I don't got all the answers. Or when we respond to a call that they don't have that understanding on, they allow me to let them know, like, well, this is how we look at things, you know.
yeah.
So they still learning, but the most important thing is, like, I'm not surrounded by nobody who I feel like is prejudiced, racist, looking to just hurt or harm anybody. We all come with the same motto, and that's to go home after doing what we show up every day to do.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's important. That's
Mhm.
definitely important for people to understand. Yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
I also feel like a lot of the times when people are out here doing things just whatever they feel is right for them, and they don't care about the consequences,
They don't.
you know, and until the consequences present itself.
So, yep. Yep.
Oh shit, I got caught. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yep. You got the ones that sorry, or you got the ones that turn to that victim mentality.
Right.
I'm the victim.
At that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I just feel like, yeah, I think that's a good point. The accountability piece. A lot of people don't like to take accountability.
Yeah.
They don't like to be wrong. They don't like to be put in that corner to where they have to actually speak on the truth of the circumstances.
Absolutely.
I think. You know, so when it's somebody that is there trying to uphold that and get that out of them, it makes them uncomfortable.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely. And I'm one person, like, it's gonna definitely get uncomfortable,
Yeah.
because I'm a person that I like real conversations, right? I like people to tell me when they feel like I'm wrong. If you rock with me, tell me when I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Not saying I have to accept what you're saying, but it's a way to be respectful to it too, because you're not gonna take everything that I say to you as well, right?
Right.
But it's important to be real. And I like real people around me. Like, tell me how you
Me
feel,
too. Yeah,
but don't impose how you moving on me either.
exactly.
So we just have to be careful. Like, it's even my son. I got a 17-year-old. I can tell him how I feel. I cannot make decisions for him. I can't change how he feel. Like, his feelings on police is a lot different than mine, but he didn't experience some stuff, and that's just the same way with lifestyle.
Yeah,
We all walk a different walk, and I respect people walks of life.
yeah,
You don't know
absolutely.
why people process life the way that they do.
Right. I agree. I do think that that there could be so many reasons why. So many reasons why. Trauma, all
Mhm.
type of stuff. Like, just we would never get down to the bottom to every single reason, but
Yeah.
interesting enough, I my main job, like my day job, is I'm a talent acquisition manager and I staff correctional facilities. I
Okay.
staff correctional facilities with healthcare professionals.
Nice.
So I bring in your nurses, I bring in your mental health
Okay.
providers, I bring in all those, your dentists, all them, the
Nice.
administrative assistant. That's where my passion is.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah. So I had a passion for healthcare and I had a passion for people. And also, I have a passion for making sure that people get the care that they deserve. And so I get that all that in one job.
Yes. We're the clapping at for
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. So I think that's dope because I feel like your role in criminal justice and community, you're on the forefront. You are out there. You are delivering those actions right away in your face. Boom. Can't nobody miss you.
Right.
Can't nobody miss you. And then I'm behind the phone like, hey, are you good enough for this job? Can you do this? Is this something you're passionate about? Are you going to treat these people like people and not feel a way towards them because of what they did? You're not gonna dig for information, are you?
Right.
Because don't ask them what they did. You know what I mean? Like, so that's what I do is I make sure that the right people are helping those who have made those mistakes.
Yeah.
So I think that's where me and you kind of cross.
Yeah. See, I don't think people know, like, that's where I started off at, working in the county jail.
That's dope.
Yeah, yeah. I'm too hyper to be in a jail. Like, I gotta be out doing something, okay?
And not only that, but you like to connect with people. And it's like in those sites, you really can't. Like, you can't build relationships there as much as not as tight,
You can't. And it was that respect factor. Like, growing up in the hood and everybody from the hood is up in here. And I gotta keep writing memos like I need to go to that pod because Boo Boo from 16th is here, and it was too much.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed talking with people, but I learned a lot about people being in there because I had the sex offender, like, CO, don't talk to him because he is a sex offender, and that made me want to see what you was in here for. And it was always worse than the person. Like, just learning why people process the way that they did, and it make you like, you really got to be intentional about who you bring in your home, like who you dealing with, because people will look at you with a straight face and you will really think like they ain't got much of nothing going on.
And they hiding that shit deep down
and I was
inside.
too emotional. Like, I remember it was a 80-some-year-old lady in there. She was a black older lady, beautiful older lady, and she was in there for like food stamp fraud. And like, just seeing her in there, like, it felt like my grandma. Like, I was too emotional to even be doing that.
Yeah.
Seeing people, because I see the people in their rooms crying at nighttime, and it was like,
you always been on the forefront.
Yep.
Literally. That's a different breed right there. You are a different breed to be able to do that.
Yes.
And like you say, even with those emotions though, like, that's important to still have those emotions.
Yeah. I remember my first few weeks at the police department, a little girl was reporting abuse from a parent. And I was literally crying like it was my kid. And she like, don't run, don't hide. She needs to see those emotions,
Yeah.
And so it built me up to where I could do those interviews without crying. But when I first got out there, it was hard.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just me. Like, that's what I say. Like, people don't understand white, black, it don't matter what color that the officers are. We all experience the same stuff. Like, if you could walk in the shoe of a cop and learn how their daily routine is, black people would really have more respect than they do.
Mhm.
And I understand, like, from their narrative too, like, I can't say because I never lost a brother to the hands of a cop. And I never experienced being around cops where I had to report stuff that was said that was racist. So, but I have friends who I see why they're angry. You know what I'm saying? It's still that factor as to why they're angry.
Yeah.
But that would be the same with every doctor that malpractice, or all these professions where we have reason to be upset with people.
Right.
You know how many times I went to the doctor and been told I had stuff that I didn't have, or I didn't self-diagnose.
Right.
So if we do we should be the same way that we are with cops. We should be that way with a whole lot of other people, right? But we choose not to.
And I feel like that has a lot to do with some people's downfalls too.
Yep.
Is because they're not paying attention.
Yeah.
Like, you got to pay attention.
Yep. Absolutely.
So, yeah, I think this conversation, man, this is great.
Yeah.
I think we got to do a part 2 or something.
We definitely got to.
We got to do a part 2 because I think this is deep, and we can get deeper. We can get so much deeper on this topic. I feel like what you're doing, like you said, you write lists and stuff. Every day you're waking up saying, I'm choosing to live my life. I think too many people choose to just survive.
Just exist. Too.
Just exist. And then because of that choice that they've made, it really is like rooted from them not thinking that they can do anything that they want to do.
Yeah.
And maybe somebody told them that at some point, or maybe they just don't feel it. And maybe they didn't get enough love. Who knows? But I'm here today to tell y'all, whoever you is, stop just surviving and actually get out here and live.
And don't even be a victim to your past. Like, regardless of what you went through, we all got a story. If I told my real story, people would be like, dang, you experienced that. But I made the vow that I don't ever want my children to even have to feel a portion on how I feel. So it starts with you.
Yeah.
Don't just sit back like, well, I went through this. No, don't be a victim of, I don't be a victim to nothing.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing that I'm going to sit back and be like, that this person wronged me. I learned from it, but I'm not going to ever just sit back and be a victim to anything. Right. And the fact that what I'm doing, like what a lot of people don't know is I'm the only African-American police officer in Sun Prairie.
Wow.
Like, I am. Like, we got.
Can I clap for that?
Yes. So, like, we got one now coming through the academy. We got one that's mixed. We got a black assistant chief and a black sergeant, but I'm the only African-American patrol officer. And that's why I said, like, I see everything. Like, they know too, I don't miss nothing, but I can do that too. And I can be comfortable from the love and support that I have out there.
Yes, I love that. I love that.
I have plans. Thank you. Yep, I have plans on coming to Milwaukee too, but like I felt like God, he got me where he want me at. Like the community, when African American people see another African American cop, like that gives them encouragement, that gives them motivation, and sometimes like that changed the response. It ain't always with African American people. Like It's white, it's Hispanics that just they vibe with me. They trust me, you know. And maybe it could be too, like we ain't got a lot from her yet. So let's see what she got to offer. But I got a lot of love and support. I'll be in the grocery store, I'll be in Target, Walmart. Yeah. Be like, oh my God, it's African American cop. Like, can I give you a hug? Like, I get a lot of love out there.
I remember cops used to hand out baseball cards.
all I got is a We got Culver's tickets now where you can get a scoop of ice cream.
That's nice. See, look at that.
Because unfortunately, our kids don't want those stickers. They want Culver's tickets. And if I ain't got no Culver's ticket, a lot of them gonna be like, I ain't talking to the police.
But I love how they trying to like create those conversations and have that positive interaction.
Yeah, I responded to a Kia house a couple weeks ago, and he was like, "Don't I know you?" No. Yeah, you was on the movie. You from Milwaukee? I'm like, what is you doing watching that movie?
I love that. I love that. That's so dope. And you're gonna be in more movies. Watch.
Now he be like, "Hi, come from the movie." I'm
like,
oh my god,
dope. I can't wait to see what else comes for you.
Yes,
you are a star.
Excited.
Okay,
thank you.
You're welcome.
At heart.
Oh. Yes, you heard that, Tone. We're doing a part 2. Okay.
Between y'all.
You see what I gotta deal with?
Right.
This was great. I want to thank you again for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Girl, anytime. Like, for real, like, this was so organic. Like, and it's just good people.
Thank you.
Can't miss them, man. You can't miss them. Can't miss the good ones.
I wore this shirt for my niece.
I love that. Rich auntie vibes. Rich auntie vibes. You know what? I've been seeing a lot of new terminology. What is this new term where they say is the nasty work? What is that? What is that coming from?
I ain't never heard of that.
Yeah, I've been seeing it a lot. So voice.
It's the nasty
somebody was in some voice recently grinding.
Oh yeah,
in the back of the club.
You see it's like 35 laughs.
Yes, pornification. Some shit.
It's the real word.
I said
I know it's a real word, but what?
You didn't know it was a real word.
Did you see that video?
I just seen like the first 5 seconds and immediately swiped away. I give no fuck.
I come on there like tax time seconds be like, that girl feet was 10 times bigger than his.
Oh my god, what was happening?
They was flopping. Her feet was like, he wore a 6 and she was in the 12.
Oh my lord, poor girl. No shade to anybody in the size 12. We're just joking, okay? Yeah. This is comedy.
Right, I can't be doing that. I got enough people from high school that's already traumatized by my jokes. I'm done.
Oh god. Well, thank you, Shamika.
Thank you.
Oh, this was great.
I enjoyed it.
Guys, I'm gonna clap one more time for my girl. All right. And this was another Wednesday with your host Kenda on my show, my own podcast. Shamika was here with us today. Yes. She will be back. And we're going to say goodbye.
Bye.